we got to start with the hat tricks. First, everyone's losing their shit over Connor Bedard's hat trick. Let's hear kind of all angles of it. Like, obviously, looked great, but is this just what he is going to do this year, or is this because he's going up against a bunch of prospects?
I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fact he's playing against kids either his age or a couple of years older. He's obviously by far the best player on the ice with any of whoever he's playing against at a showcase like this. Any prospect, he's going to be by far and away the best player on the ice. But I mean, just the way he stepped in, like, it's always interesting when, prospects, I'm not even going to say like him because there's probably two that had this much like coming in, this much like hype or whatever, but high-end prospects, like elite number 1 overall picks, like, all right, let's see how this like first, showcase really goes. Immediately comes in and showcases that weapon of a shot that he has. It's like, it's the pull, the drag, the power, the flex on the stick. He just immediately does it. And then goes on and scores 2 more ridiculous goals. Hat trick in his first time he throws on the Blackhawks jersey in like some kind of somewhat competitive, actually pretty fucking competitive, because as I told you before, there were like 15 fights. It was crazy, but immediately scores a hat trick first time he throws on the fucking jersey for a game. Like, if you were wondering why there was so much hype, if anyone that hasn't had a chance to watch, like, not even just like the highlights, but just a game of Connor Bedard, where when he is playing, every time it's just ISO cam. You are automatically ISO camming Connor Bedard everywhere he goes. He is fucking unbelievable. And it's really interesting too to see where the lines are, like projected goals for the season. Like, they did enough to add a couple decent players up front. Like the fact that he's got Taylor Hall, that's going to be a big help for him, obviously. But the fact that he's not like completely on an island in Chicago this year, I'm sure is going to help him like boost the stats a little bit. Not that he even really needs tons and tons of help, but like, he is fucking unbelievable. And it's just a showcase like that. I'm not shocked that they didn't play him. Of course, it was the Minnesota game he doesn't play in. Of fucking course, he doesn't play in that one.
It's for the best.
It was crazy that he was even playing in that other game. Like, it was so risky that he was. That
they didn't want that.
I know
they were gritting
like,
the entire time. Like,
yeah, they're like, you got your fix. You're done. You're over. Okay.
Connor, you got 2 goals. Please stop. No.
Connor, sir, Connor,
sir.
Please. You've had your fix. That's enough. Please stop. He is just a fucking alien. I am like, that was the one thing that could have made the Blackhawks interesting and intriguing, like an intriguing team to watch this year. So I am actually, unfortunately, now going to make myself tune into a whole lot of Blackhawks games. Because he's obviously got all the hype that like guys like McDavid, Crosby, Matthews, like same kind of hype. But you look at those guys and it's like Connor McDavid, 6'2", Auston Matthews, what's he, 6'3", 6'4", like 200 something pounds. Like, he's fucking huge. Which I always forget.
Matthews is taller than McDavid?
Yeah. He's a big motherfucker, dude. He's huge.
Right.
But then you've got Connor Bedard's like 5'10", and he is still, so it's like it's still different. Just like like he does look his age, like he looks tiny. So everyone that tried to find a way early on, it was so funny. Like in last year at this time, people were just looking for reasons that it's going to be a challenge, him and Fantilli for like first overall. And I mean, Fantilli, by the way, did his thing at their showcase, fucking 5-point game the day Babcock got gassed.
I mean, that's what fueled him.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this guy.
I'm free.
But there's just no comparing any prospect right now. It's not even remotely close to the hype of Bedard and how good that kid is. So it's going to be very exciting to see what it looks like in the NHL. But I think he will be fine. So anyone that was wondering how it would go, the first showing was exactly what we were all expecting, I think. So he's fucking unbelievable, dude. Like, it's a joke. The way I just don't understand the power he can get on that release as he pulls the puck in, like basically touching his skate blade. Like, he's got it that close and he just rifles it every goddamn time. It's unbelievable. He's insane. So
what's the over under for goals and points that you'd set?
I don't know what I mean, I never obviously did it myself, but I mean, like, for me, any rookie that's going to come in and pot 30, you're like, holy shit.
Can he hit 40?
Yes. The interesting
Okay,
thing, like,
can he reasonably hit 40? Like, would you be pretty shocked, or would you be like,
yeah, I'd be impressed. Okay. I think I'd be impressed.
Okay.
But, like, you're like, okay, if anyone had any doubt that this kid could do it, there you go. Like, shove it up your fucking ass. Like, what did Matthews hit? 40 in his rookie year?
God, that seems
I think he hit 40, but he had guys like Marner, Nylander, like Kadri's nasty, like all these other guys around him too that helped. Obviously, it was a good fucking team. They made the playoffs.
Dude, he's got Foligno, he's got Perry, Seth Jones.
I keep forgetting that they fucking signed Corey Perry too. That's fucking unbelievable. It's such a ragtag. It's the weirdest hockey team. Like, if you just look at their lineup,
I want him to play on a line with Bedard. Like, I think that could be fun.
Oh, it'd be fun as hell, dude. Oh god, anyone that touched him, Perry would be like, I'll probably lose this fight, but I don't care. I'll just fucking karate chop somebody. But yeah, I mean, I think he is going to step in. I mean, I really hope he has. Actually, wait, I probably don't hope. Is it their first game against the Bruins, or is that their second game? The Bruins' first game.
I think the opening game of the season is them against Pittsburgh.
Okay, good. All right. At least it'll be the second. All right. Well, actually, and then in that case, I'm sorry for this. I hope he steps in and does the Matthews fucking debut. Hat trick, player of the game. Like, unbelievable. Like, he's so fucking good, dude.
He's either going to score like an Ovechkin trick, or Letang is just going to end his life. I don't know which.
Yeah. One or the other. Dude, and so this goes back to when we talked about how I threw money at Crosby to win the Hart. Dude, I just like randomly did, because I was bored at work one day. Well, I mean, I was remote, so I was working. And I had like 20 free minutes where I was like, I don't need to do anything right now. Every day, all day, whole day. I was like, I kind of want to just see what. So I went on ESPN. I did like a fantasy draft just to kind of see like what people are thinking. I got Sidney Crosby in the third fucking round. Like, Bedard went 20 spots before him. I was like, are people fucking out of their goddamn mind? Like, yep. It's unbelievable. So maybe there aren't a whole lot of people who have like even the smallest amount of doubt that Bedard's going to step in immediately and light it up. I wish I could not. I was sitting like, what's happening right now? Does Crosby have some like major injury I'm not aware of? Like, I don't understand. Yeah. So I guess that's what people are thinking. Or just the people who do a ESPN fantasy draft at like noon on a weekday. I don't know. So that could have something to do with it.
What an oxymoron, though. An ESPN fantasy hockey draft.
Yahoo takes too long.
Fair enough.
I didn't have the time. I didn't have the time to do the Yahoo one.
All right.
But yeah, we can move on.